Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 22, I think, of Graceful Core Competencies. Last time, the party, the expedition team, fought off the Hounds of Palark, 3 of them, and proceeded to return to camp to tell their boss, Kayla Crawford, several developments that had happened in the hot spring camp. Pardon me, I almost said steamboat camp. That's not right. Hot spring camp.
That's a different episode.
That's building a steamboat. I like it.
Lots of whistling involved.
Imagine Wynne with a little steamboat pilot cap.
I'm gonna
Clangley goes in water.
If
Clangley goes in water, I think he technically qualifies as a steamboat, but I'd have to look that up.
Depends on whether or not we can get him to float. Otherwise, he's a submarine.
He doesn't have to breathe. So.
You can get Hathew on top of your hat. It's like a periscope. I think it'll work.
Yes.
Or Hathew is your hat, but proceeded to go back to camp.
Hat.
He's a second hat on top of your hat. That's right. Proceeded to go back to camp and talk over a couple things. You've technically solved the werewolf problem, technically. And you've learned that the big boss, Hugo Greene, demented, unattached billionaire, Hugo Greene, has decided to come to the planet shortly.
All right, there was screaming.
There was screaming from the commander and the chief engineer, which meant immediately
upper management screaming. The boss is coming.
The boss is coming. Everyone is just like, we know. Fuck.
Everyone, hide your personal projects right now. Do it.
Taking posters down from workspaces.
Actually having that in a meeting, just like, the stuff that you're working on, that's just like your stuff, hide it.
If you have like a personal heater at your desk, cover it, please.
Clangley will go around making vaguely intimidating statements around anyone suspected of scabbing.
Like what? Like, be a real shame if something happened?
Probably more like boring bureaucratic threats. Like, it would be a shame if someone were to misplace the requisition forms for our... And then it's just complete nonsense.
Okay.
He's not good at threatening people.
Most people are confused more than threatened, it sounds like. We better get on those requisitions forms. The boss said...
all right, then.
The supervisor said... Okay. But Commander Crawford has started to, like... Yeah, start to do things a little more regulatory. There's a bunch more, like, rosters, like official rosters kind of pinned, and, like, work schedules a little more, like, kind of more prominently displayed. She's very reluctantly reset up the intercom system that blares company propaganda. She hasn't turned it on yet, but it's set back up.
I like your use of the word blares for all the historians in chat.
The strangest thing at our camp, one of those just big bear crabs came and stole the recording crystal out of the machine. It's a shame.
These past couple of days, Claire is slowly turning her medical tent into making more and more tent and making herself more and more scared.
Weren't we moving you into research with the other engineers at the other camp?
Yes, but the medical tent that she was occupying now looks just like a medical tent, and then research is kind of just looks like a normal workstation. All of the bone blueprint testing stuff material is hidden a world away. So it just kind of looks like just like a light medical research workstation that's superimposed onto like an engineer's workstation, and not like someone.
Sorry, is Mira cutting in and out for anyone else?
Yeah, that
A
was
lot.
cutting
Yeah,
out.
Okay.
sorry.
I got a lot of the gist of what you're saying, so it translated, but was a lot of in and out.
Yeah.
Is that better? I turned.
So far, it is. I say like a long sentence.
I am now saying like a long sentence. Is that better? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
Okay,
uninterrupted.
cool, yeah.
Perfect.
I turned. My sensitivity was turned up too high.
But it looks like an actual research station and not just like a forest cryptid is collecting bones.
Forest Cryptid is collecting bones and committing medical crimes.
Perfect.
All is right in the world.
So you've tried to sanitize it as much as possible.
Yep, and also make like any evidence. Like in previous Claire workstations, there have been like blueprints of kind of herself, like little bits and pieces of her.
Oh no, we
those
are
are all
hiding
gone.
those.
Those are gone. Those are like, you would not be able to find those in a million years. They're not destroyed, but they're not there.
Okay. So there's like official like rosters kind of posted now, and you can all see like listed on there is like Clangley's listed as like his official positions, like Union Steward and like Warforged Day Shift Supervisor. Claire's quotes around Claire, and then quotes around like primary or chief medical officer. Same thing with like
I would
Wynne.
actually
Go ahead.
say that Claire's name is not on there because she never actually signed
Right.
any contracts, but like chief medical officer is written there. There's just no name next to it.
Okay. Yeah.
Wait, I assumed we had another medical officer.
No.
No.
Why don't we?
Half the crew are Warforged, and you and Issa know how to fix them.
Our medical officer is also a Warforged.
It was the whole thing with Kayla and I trying to fight before launch. We tried.
I need to. Oh.
Wynne knows cure wounds, right?
That was the company's excuse. Like, one of them's gonna know healing magic.
Some next time we negotiate contracts.
It lists a bunch of stuff there, a bunch of safety rules, and as it gets closer and closer to the next drop jammer, there is a like a manifest posted for what and who are coming on the next drop jammer. Can I get who would anyone read it? Let me just ask that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd probably read it, yeah.
Okay. I was gonna make it a check, but if it's not hard to read. It's not it's not like anything's hidden in it. So okay. So a couple things that are notable. Hugo Greene is listed on there, like they're not trying to hide it anymore. There is a priest of Palarch listed. A bunch of new supplies, more crystals, more stuff. It seems like a lot of it is focused on residuum processing and detection and kind of that kind of stuff. Like they're kind of maybe trying to pivot into that. And
Fair, honestly.
Something you would notice, Issa, is Someone on the manifest has the last name Bronzeworthy.
Huh?
They are listed as Rick Bronzeworthy.
Okay, that's interesting. Not entirely out of the realm of possibility that it is already a name independent in this reality, so we'll see.
Okay. The camp is abuzz over the next 24 hours before, on a nice clear day, from a bit away you can see, it's such a clear day you can see the drop jammer pulling in. This one is a lot fancier than the ones you all used. It has a certain shape to it that some might describe as phallic. Because for whatever reason, they always do.
Because someone got to design it as a prank and may or may not be giggling to herself right now.
They did it. But no, much smoother landing than you all had. There are no rocks anywhere, no giant birds, no swamps. There's a landing field. The ship lands in it. And you are all... It's heavily suggested you all are there to greet and help unload the drop jammer. Whether or not you do is wholly up to you, obviously.
But fine, it's our job technically. All right, man.
If my choices are help people unload or talk to the boss, then I'm gonna help people unload.
Okay.
Yeah, Clangley, I feel like is literally just this. So.
I guess Wynne would be on the welcoming committee. She does love welcoming people.
Perfect. Okay, so it's you and Cora, and somehow Bits has weaseled his way onto the welcoming committee.
Do it, it'll be hilarious.
But Cora is probably of a very similar mind to you. So if you plan like sort of a welcome party festivities, it would be a lot of her agreeing with you, and Bits kind of just being like, I'm getting out of regular work for this, so this is fine. They land, unload. Claire, are you anywhere around, or are you just like, I'm not officially here, so...
She has made herself incredibly scarce and is absolutely nowhere to be found.
Perfect. Okay. Hugo kind of triumphantly, he's wearing a cowboy hat, and a polo that's one size too small, probably. Or, I'm sorry, a shirt and tie that's one size too small. I don't think he would be so casual as to wear a polo. Kind of gets off, and he starts like trying to like engage in like a charming anecdote, charming, humanizing. Starts telling this long-winded, rambling story about his kids, and it's just like, I can't relate to you. You're a billionaire.
Your experiences are not universal.
He finally wraps it up, and there's tepid applause. Unloads, starts trying to shake hands and stuff like that. There are a couple bootlickers. Look, I'm not gonna lie, people more enthusiastic than you all, because maybe this guy will give them $1 billion. You never know. Um, uh, okay. The priest of Palarch, as promised, is a man who looks like they are a million years old. Just he's 105 if he's a day, and he's just like very, very slowly holding onto the rail, coming down. Before when he gets to the bottom, he kind of like takes a small stick out of his robe and kind of like flicks it so it becomes like a big walking staff, like it's like telescoping on either side, and he just kind of like very heavily leans on that before he just approaches. I'm just going to say someone at random. Only 3 of you are there, so it's Wynne. Approaches Wynne and says, "Hello, I've been told we need deep researches into the old ways. Whomst may I spook it to?"
Well, hi.
Hello,
Yeah,
and salutations.
We've been having a bit of a werewolf problem.
I see. And these wolves are here? Here wolves? Werewolves.
Yeah, like
Werewolf.
and
They're drop jammer.
Wynne will start pointing out like all the people who turn into werewolves and be like, they're a werewolf. She's a werewolf. He's a werewolf.
They unleash the beast within. It's every person has 2 wolves in them.
No, I mean during the full moon they turn into wolves and try to eat people. It's not really working out.
That doesn't sound like it. Huh. Well, kind of points up, and a much younger tiefling is kind of dragging a bunch of sacks. "I've brought all our paperwork or old scrolls. We'll go through it and find a solution to these werewolves."
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
That bodes well.
Kind of
Yeah.
looks up. It's sunnier here than I thought.
Yeah, because the sun shines more.
Yeah, there's no like haze.
Yeah, it's weird. But could you also look up what's it called? The teething?
I can add it to my list. Like what babies do?
No, what the werewolves do?
So we're still on the werewolf thing. You're kind of really focused on the werewolf thing. Why did you need me?
Because it has to do with Palarch.
Oh, the
He
Dark
apparently
Lord.
Yeah, he made a bunch of people werewolves, and now everyone else is turning into werewolves.
That sounds like the King of the Wastes. All hail. Sorry, points down.
Sorry, we're used to having to point towards the planet for that. Now, well, the planet is here.
Kind of thinks for a minute, like, yeah, now I'm on the planet. Like, this is kind of cool. He says, "I'm going to go touch grass," as the young people say.
Oh,
I like
yeah.
this character a lot.
Hopefully he doesn't turn into a werewolf.
Is he human?
He is, yes.
Oh, no.
Well, they're a werewolf, they're a werewolf, they're a werewolf, you're a werewolf.
Oh. Better get right on it then.
Just gonna turn my camera off for 1 second.
Sure.
Yeah, I think
1,000. You were lied
Wynne.
to.
I think Wynne would. I guess we did annex Fredonia, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think Wynne would have shushed up his like little huts he was making, and then that would be like the guest quarters for all our visiting people.
Little welcome banner, sure.
Here's
Yeah.
the Fredonian Visitors Center.
No one talked to Fred. The priest introduces himself as Ambrose, and his assistant is Flash. They go set up and say that they'll start researching the werewolves, the beast within, and the teething. Issa, can I get a perception check, please?
Maybe. That's a 20, so yes.
Natural or unnatural?
Natural, which kicks it to a 20.
Okay. Having seen everyone else kind of figuring out who is who, you see that one of the last people in the hold is a well, it's hard to tell age or really anything about them because they're wearing basically like full power armor. Like you can tell they're not a Warforged, but they're wearing very sophisticated kind of bulky steam powered. It occasionally just erupts steam power armor, for lack of a better term. They kind of in that comical way that like Space Marines from Warhammer look like their head is much smaller than the rest of their body because that's mostly unarmored. But they do have a kind of helmet with the faceplate up.
Clangley is just gonna like as he like walks by, just kind of give him a nod.
He'll nod, and you deduce. He said that this person is the Rick Bronzeworthy, but they're just unloading a bunch of stuff, and they seem, I mean, very strong. They're wearing big power armor.
Well, I would ask if you need a hand, but it seems like you have this covered, sir.
Gets like quiet as soon as you start talking to him, and he's like, I do, yeah. Oh, wow, okay, yeah. Cool.
Does he look familiar at all?
Give me... Oh, boy. I'm trying to think what check that would be. You are intelligent. That's your best mental stat, right? Intelligence versus
probably.
Charisma
Yes.
or Wiz. Okay, yeah. Give me a history check.
Oh no. Okay, that's something I'm actually proficient in. Okay. 12.
12. Okay. Something about his face is so familiar, and you cannot place it.
Have we met before?
He kind of stumbles and stammers and says, maybe a long time ago. I've met a lot of people, done a lot of things. I'm cool. You can tell he's clearly lying. You think he did not roll well on his deception check. He's not cool, no. That he has met you before.
I do have to say the craftsmanship on your armor is, well, it's very, very well done. And might seem a bit familiar, somewhat reminiscent of my father's work. Just much, much smaller.
Kind of looks at it because it's giant, and he's like, "Thanks, yeah, I was really inspired by people.
Well, there is work to be done, and I'm sure we'll have plenty of opportunity to speak later.
Yep, and cool. Make another history check.
$15.
15, okay. You're starting to now, you're like, wait a minute, okay. Kind of, you realize why it's not like, you didn't immediately recognize him, because you never met, like, you did meet this person a long time ago, and you realize that the person he bears a resemblance to his father, who you've also met. You think this is Fred Clapham from Keldon. Who was he's Tiny Tim. He was the little Tiny Tim boy. He was sickly. He had the lung. He seems better now. And you talk to him a lot about prosthetics.
I did.
He kind of is like, oh, okay, cool. And starts loading things up again. Being like, hey, Clangley.
Hello there.
Remind me to find him later when things aren't happening.
Back in the main camp, you can see that Kayla Crawford is trying her best to show Hugo Greene around. And trying to, like, kind of point out the good things that they've been doing, kind of pointing out the things they're excelling in. Some of the points of note, the Residuum Glade, which they're like, she's like, we're still trying to figure out some of the safety logistics, but like there's great potential, and kind of I can see, I think you're interested in that too. There's a bunch of equipment for it, and she's trying to really do her best. You can tell she's clearly a little nervous, and they eventually go into the tent. What would everyone else be doing with kind of the new influx of gear and people over the next couple hours?
For the next couple hours, Issabel's probably doing whatever her job is at that point. It's just oversight, engineering. This goes there, that needs to be set up this way, all that.
Making sure that they get the union literature before the company men get to them.
Okay.
Just saying, they can't stop you legally. As the annexing power of Fredonia, which, I did do that. I set the laws here, so, I say unions are cool.
You can see Fred, or Rick, as he's going by now, kind of shivers at that, because where he's from, unions aren't cool.
I give Rick one. I give Rick a pamphlet.
He's interested in it, but he's just like, it was instinctive, kind of just, oh no, unions are against the law. No, they're not, and they're good.
Just read it on your break. It's fine. And yes, you get a break.
What?
Yes.
2 of them.
Like mandated by law? And a ghost won't try and age me to death?
No.
Where are you from?
I have some thoughts.
I gotta go. Wynne, what would you be doing?
I think Wynne would just be getting everyone settled up. She would have, set everybody up in Fredonia, set up all the guest beds and all that, and get maybe ask Queen Zap Zaps to like play like a bellman with the luggage.
Okay. So this giant lightning raccoon who's helping handle baggage. Perfect.
Yeah, like Roly Poly's in on it too. Gave him a little cart, so he just rolls it.
Oh my gosh, perfect. Okay.
Clangley and Miss Sap's a union pamphlet.
Breaks? Wynne gives everybody breaks.
Okay. Claire, are you just steering clear?
So, what anyone who has bothered to check the equipment logs for the past couple of days would notice that some, like, climbing and excavation gear have been checked out by seemingly no one because no name is written next to it. And Ven is also not there because Claire has roped them into going back to the place where they found them and being like there to watch over as Claire goes back into the hole to try and excavate 1,000-year-old fossils.
I love it. Okay, yeah, Ven is not hard to convince to do this.
You are why Maddie has headaches.
Yeah, and Claire has threatened them on pain of Witch Bolt and Bestow Curse not to blab. And also, she has stones, like, flying overhead to look out in case anybody starts to come near them.
Okay. Yeah.
And she has, like, Misty Step and Invisibility ready to go. Does not want to be found.
Perfect. Ven is just like... Ven seems like maybe the littlest bit hesitant to go back to where you found him, but he's mostly over it, kind of, when he's just like, you know what, people, I can't deal with people right now. Just, let's go. Oh, this bird listens to you. That's pretty cool.
You don't have to go in the hole. You just have to make sure I don't break down there.
Kind of nods and, yeah, he'll stand up, looking up at your bird and kind of idly, like, creating, like, little ice crystals in his hand. Occasionally, like, kind of, like, like, almost basically, like, skipping a stone, but with, like, a little ice pebble, kind of just across the forest floor. Or, like, pointing his finger and, like, doing, like, little finger guns and shooting, like, little icicles. They're not really doing anything, you know, but he's entertaining himself. So you're looking for fossils, like like fossilized plants or animals or just anything.
Yes.
Okay.
Anything. Claire intends to share her finds with Wynne, but she's also trying to see like what effect the residuum has on the fossilization process and like what remains of dead things are left over. Just as kind of like a side project. She can't work on her actual things while Greene is there, so she's like,
Okay, yeah, give me an investigation check then.
Okay, cool. I don't actually... Oh, I'm proficient in it. Neat. 18.
Okay, yeah, good. Okay. Yeah, so climbing back into the hole that you had when erupt Earth, kind of the staggered process, climbing in and out, you find a couple things. So,
Ooh.
Indeed, you find dinosaur bones.
Nice.
Like proper, big skull, big leg bone, like a spike plate of dinosaurs recently came up on Shattered Kingdom as well. I don't know current dinosaur stuff. I only know dinosaurs from when I was a kid. I know it's all different now. So, like, whatever a stegosaurus is now. like the big kind of fin plate things. And you find a couple plants, like a mosquito frozen in amber. Just do with that what you will.
Oh no.
I have an idea for a theme park.
And that was
That's
the
how
origin
you make dinosaur.
of the guy from Dinosaurs. The Dr. Hammond, that's his name. I was trying so hard to remember. I've only ever seen one of those. So the thing about the fossils that you're noticing is it's like half in a layer of stone, but anything that was close to where Ven was is the stone is clearly more. It's not quite ice because it's not cold to the touch, but it's more crystallized. It's much more like residuum than some of the other stone stuff around.
Interesting. Claire makes a mental note to just like make like a little necklace for Ven that's just a couple of rocks, and then make notes of what happens to it over the course of a couple months.
Okay. Are you telling Ven that is your plan, or is this under the guise of friendship? Awesome, perfect. We haven't learned a thing.
And Claire reads like absolutely nothing into it. She's just like, "Here, have this."
It's kind of like
she's not making any like attempts to hide it, but she's also not really telling him. So she just like hands it to him and then like makes it out like day one, and then like closes her book.
He takes it very reverently, like, "You have offered me this gift in friendship. I will honor it forever." Kind of puts it on.
Oh, friendship. Yes, also that.
I have gotten you nothing. This brings me great shame.
Claire doesn't even listen. She's like already back in the hole.
Oh,
she's like,
I was
what?
okay. Cool. People from the future are weird.
Ah, that's just Claire.
It would be incredibly funny if Ven's entire like benchmark for people from the future was just Claire.
You all act like this, correct? No, not even close.
Claire is an outlier and should not have been counted.
You are grading on a curve, my dude, and it's not good.
So that's what Claire's doing.
Perfect.
Anyway.
Okay. Back at the main camp, Clangley and Issa are probably the two who would see this. Commander Crawford leaves her tent, and she's clearly very upset.
Is there a problem?
Officially, no problem at all.
What about unofficially?
Unofficially, I've been let go. So,
Pardon?
Hugo's taking personal charge of the situation. Doesn't like some of my tactics. Feels I've babied you all. So,
Does he have any experience like running
Of course not.
this kind of any experience at all?
he's
I think
rich.
you've been,
That's his experience.
I think you've been doing a pretty good job. I mean, it has
I agree.
perfect,
But
I'd really like to, and I'd like to speak to him.
Good luck.
Feel free.
Look, I am made of metal. I fear no man. I would like to speak to him.
Keep in mind he's technically a werewolf. Just a heads up. I mean, I know that's not like probably a consideration right now, but just saying, he is a dude. I mean, he's a human, so under all that, he is technically a werewolf.
Yes, and under my fingers, I have some werewolf teeth embedded in there. So
Yeah, feel free to go talk to him, dude. But I am past the point of. Well, I don't want to say I don't care, because I do care. I care deeply about all of you. But it's almost funny how much this has ruined my life. So I'm just going to go get drunk.
oh dear.
And apparently I have to wait a month to go home. So I plan on being wasted the whole time.
Oh dear.
Grabs hand leads to engineering bay.
Oh, the good shit. Thank God. I knew you people would have it.
We're engineers, of course.
Bits takes out something with tongs. It's just like, here you go. Just green smoke pouring off of it.
And Hugo is here, correct?
Yep. Yeah, he started to reorganize the office. Cora is still here. She seems upset as well.
Yeah. Clangley is marching over there right
bring
now.
His little followers with him? Does the people can actually guide his incompetence, or is it just him?
It's just him.
Fuck.
Clangley's going to knock on the door, and
Enter.
he has a bunch of. Okay, opens the door.
Okay.
Hello there, Hugo.
Dr. Bell.
I'm assuming these two hate each other.
He's not a fan. Established.
Yeah.
By you. By you, you've established. He does not like you.
Clangley is going to walk over and sit in the. I'm assuming there's a chair on the other side of the desk
Like,
for meetings and such.
oh, for you, you're not like power move his chair, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. You can go sit in a chair.
He's going to cross his arms. Is there any particular reason you have let go this expedition supervisor?
She wasn't willing to commit to the company culture. She wasn't hardcore. It's
interesting.
Go ahead.
Now, forgive me if I'm wrong. She was under contract, correct?
Yeah. Yes.
And what has become of that contract?
Well, I've nulled it.
I don't think you can just do that.
I think you'll find I can.
May I see it?
Sure. Kind of. Yep. Pulls it out. He's just written null and void on it.
Can I read the rest of the contract?
Yeah. No, he can't do this. It guarantees her like a year of employment, and that basically she can't be fired on the spot. Like, it's not at will employment. She's on a different planet than her house. She needs to be given like a month at least notice, and it's probably more likely 3. Company provided transportation, full benefits. There's a pension, like.
Didn't happen to be a lawyer on that drop jammer.
I don't believe in lawyers.
We will ask that.
Like, you don't believe in werewolves?
Legally. I can do what I want legally.
Legally, this is a gross labor violation, and you would probably be on the hook for her entire year's salary plus punitive damages.
That's fine.
Oh dear.
The potential earnings I foresee in under direct leadership is far greater than her contract. I think that we need someone fully committed to the cause of mining and processing residuum on site immediately, starting immediately. The safety concerns are far overblown.
I'm gonna.
We're
about to have a workplace accident.
What? You
Oh.
know that
I was cleaning my gun arm and it went off in his face several times.
It is time for deliberate company sabotage.
Oh, did I say workplace accident? I think I meant workplace intentional.
we've had someone get this skeleton vaporized in the first week of being. I do think the risks are
They had a pre-existing condition. It was unclear that the residuum clade caused that. It could have been an allergy to the atmosphere.
So I read that form you put in. You said the pre-existing condition was having a skeleton.
Yes. I believe most people qualify.
Yes, well, I don't, first of all.
I'm sorry. I meant most organic people.
All right, fair enough. Now, I really would like to know what changes you're going to be making around here, because I quite frankly am not entirely sure if you have the expertise required to lead such an expedition.
Kind of thinks for a second, because he knows firing you will be a lot messier than firing Commander Crawford, which was already pretty messy. People do like her, generally. Like, there's always going to be one or two that don't, but she's generally well-liked.
I also want to point out, so whoever the most likely to blow up a central bank is the person that Clangley has named as his successor.
Wheezy. It's Wheezy.
Clangley has named Wheezy next in line.
Yeah, and technically Wheezy's also like the camp marshal because people are terrified of her. Like
Clangley basically has assassination insurance.
But because one, you are also well liked, but you are in the union, so it's like technically Commander Crawford was not unionized. Not by her own choice. It was just, that's the way the leadership worked there. Whereas the Warforged are all union. So he kind of holds for a moment and he says, well, I do believe that you should be allowed to express yourself in any way you see fit. Free speech is very important to me. And your considerations are noted. There will be a forum where folks can express their extreme satisfaction or dissatisfaction with my proposed changes, but I think that most people will see that these are necessary to engage in all four quadrants of the of turning our base around, becoming residuum obsessed and customer focused with agility and resourcefulness, and embracing our boundarylessness.
Clangley is going to open a little patch on the back on the back of his head and pull out like a little what's like an old timey USB drive. Like kind of a little residuum chip, and he's going to show it, and on the side it says buzzword standardization protocol. I'm just going to wave it a bit and then stick it back in his head. Come on, man. Tell me what you really mean.
He kind of doesn't really understand because he said what he meant. It just didn't mean anything. But you think he's being 100% sincere? Like, there is nothing deeper. He thinks that all meant something. It doesn't, but he thinks it did, and that it was really important.
I guess Wynne would pipe up. Oh, sir. So if you are taking charge, does that mean we'll be getting more money for security? Like against all those lightning spiders, the big Tyrannosaurus that's made out of trees,
the electric raccoons.
Well, those guys, we're cool with the electric raccoons. But we also need
the double spiders. Don't forget the double spiders.
Oh, the double spiders. There's a lot of spiders.
Jersey
Crab.
Devil tones.
Yeah, the Jersey Devil. I forgot about the Jersey Devil.
Jersey Devil.
Yeah, the hermit bear or the hermit crabs or the hermit bears.
Whatever the fuck came out of that portal.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
the interdimensional bug people.
What? I don't think you told Commander Crawford about that.
No, I think we pretty much just kind of told them to fuck off, and they did.
Yeah. The outer dimensional astronaut. He kind of looks at you and he says, "I don't understand why you would get paid more for dealing with common workplace hazards."
You need to find
Is it a
common
comment?
He says, "We all knew that exploration would be dangerous. Everyone volunteered and." Cut to Claire. Everyone volunteered and knew what they were getting into. I think it's fair to say that dangers were anticipated. It was in some supplementary material and the original manifest. I don't see why people should get paid more. Don't you think this expedition should succeed?
I mean, yes, but I also think you should try to keep the people you're working with alive.
It's also succeeding. Like, we have been producing residuum. I feel that the need to say that we've objectively been succeeding. Things have been going quite well, as a matter of fact.
But we could be producing more and doing further experiments.
Do you want to do an experiment right now?
Are we about to push a man down a hole on his first episode? Please, let's do it.
Inspiration all around.
Red to sight. Red to sight. Let's go.
Yeah, no, everybody gets inspiration for everything that is happening in this episode. He says, sorry, I can hear the cat purring and it's great.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's amazing.
Dare apologize.
Yeah, no, it's just so nice. Because I do just imagine it's spicy, but it's like an angry sound from Spicy or something like that. Like, I hate this dude. But no, never apologize. Cats are the best. He says, what kind of experiment did you have in mind, Wynne?
We can definitely show you the impact of residuum when you don't correctly produce it.
Okay. I'd love to be shown some counter information to the things that I've been assured by my top scientists.
Yeah, so let's go down to the iridescent danger glade.
Does he have any sort of, like, security retinue or posse with him, or is it just him? Like, how stupid is this?
We're not murdering the boss. That comes later, okay?
Doesn't mean we can't explode his bones.
We can't explode his bones.
Claire would love to get her hands on CEO bones. This consumption under capitalism is about to become real unethical.
I want to point out Clangley is awful good. Just feel I need to say.
I don't think I gave.
This guy's breaking
alignment.
breaking a bunch of laws when you think about it. When you think about it.
When you think about it.
I don't know. Look, all I'm saying is if we take him to the glade, I don't think it's going to be very messy. It's not exactly a safe place for it.
Well, he is the one that is now in charge. We can take him to the glade, and then he can use his in-chargeness to make the decisions he will make.
He doesn't need to know about the glade yet.
He already knows about it. It was in reports. He can wander his ass in it if he wants.
Fuck.
He says, I'd love to see this miraculous sight in person. He has no security retinue because he's an idiot. Or rather, he he like basically like someone tries to follow him and he's like, no, I'm good. And then you can hear Wheezy just kind of being like, fucking idiot. There are double spiders out there, you dumbass.
Wheezy, how many double spiders have you killed?
Today? Or like total?
Total.
I'm keeping tally. I'm up to 34. Me and the boys, we got a bet going. Handily winning.
And everything. That's...
Yeah. You want in? You don't have to kill him. You can just take bets.
I don't gamble because look, when I was back in engineering college, I got a bit addicted and more often.
Oh, I'm full in, but I got a system, boss. I got a system.
I'm more impressed that you have killed 34 of them because I have not killed 34 of them, and I'm pretty good at.
Well, they've only come above ground the one time. We haven't had a whole lot of opportunity.
Let's hope we don't.
I'm not gonna follow up on this any further, but like Clangley's kind of like gonna like give him a high five, like low key, just for being just. It's very impressed at.
Wheezy is out here having his own anime side plot in our campaign.
Wheezy might be the same level as we are. I don't.
His own Resident Evil DLC, like just track up as many numbers as he possibly can.
I give her a class. Let me look.
This is why this is Clangley's assassination insurance.
I like Wheezy. She is the best.
She's just a soldier, but I think I'm going to give her more stats than that. I think she's had her own little side quest level up. Hugo Greene follows you to a second location.
Claire so wishes she was there to see this.
Here's our radio facility. It's a drop jammer hanging from a tree.
I think we could be utilizing some of these resources better, which is one of the reasons why I'd like to be more hands-on. And
of course, sir.
And such. I almost brought a sink with me to be like, let that sink in. Do you think that would have played?
No.
No.
No, and I think actually people probably would have made fun of you for it, so it's probably...
Oh, really? Well, the last thing I want is for people to make fun of me. My hair is very real.
You're just mixing them all together, huh, Andy?
I think I've actually said he is bald, but yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Well, between when we left the moon and when he arrived, he now has hair.
He has full plugs and is unremarking on it. Like, you definitely used to be bald. No. I don't know what you mean. I'm not bald. I have a hair system. He follows you to a second location. Back to Claire. Ven is kind of idly looking about, and he says, Claire, I think the being you have dubbed Cork is approaching. Is that okay?
Oh, that's fine. It would also probably be beneficial not to let Harry Greene know about Cork.
Okay. Who?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Just if you ever, I think I got reports that he's no longer bald. If you ever see a man with unnaturally thick hair and an attitude of superiority that far outweighs anybody's here, walk the other way.
He Is he some sort of god or emissary?
Worse.
Worse.
Billionaire.
I don't understand how you could have billions of something and not share.
Then you and this man would not get along.
Seems odd and rude. I will heed your advice, Claire. There's much I don't know of these times, but I'm learning. Cork. Oh, there's one. Wake up, stream deck. There we go.
Oh, I'm on.
Of just like excellent role play.
Yes. It's always when you are talking to someone else. Like,
Yeah.
why? Is it always at like an hour? Maybe I need to start like not doing that. Let it like give a buffer. Be like, okay, no one can talk to Mira for 5 minutes.
Just like pivot real quick.
Yeah.
And then once they're back, we'll resume.
Smash cut.
Very, very nonchalantly suddenly focus on another character. Totally an organic transition. Don't worry about it, everyone.
And
It's
then
fine.
as soon as Mira's back, handbrake back to Claire.
We're good. We have a system.
Okay. Cork appears at the edge and says, "Claire, should you be down there?" Kind of was glaring at Ven, like, I don't really like this guy.
No one told me no. They let me take this equipment.
It's just everyone else is gone, and they seem there's an odd energy in the air. I don't think I like it, and I just worry that you might catch something.
I am not capable of. I'm not capable of catching illness.
Yeah, I guess I'm not either. I guess we're not either. We feel weird. Even less certain than before about things.
About which things?
Everything.
What's uncertain about it?
They say we used to feel so much around us, and now all we feel is cold.
Sorry, you cut out there for a second.
Oh, sorry. Damn it. They say we used to feel so much around us. We used to be so in touch with everything, and now we just feel cold.
Cutting out.
Come on! Sorry. Hold on a second. Let me try and fix some things. I'm doing role play Discord. Hold on.
Like I heard so much less the second time around.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's see.
You are coming through stream, Marisa, so it's just Discord.
Sorry.
Love that.
Sorry that I raised my voice at Discord /stream. Okay. How is this sounding? I will not start a new sentence until we seem like this is stabilized. No?
No.
About the same.
How high is your voice sensitivity on Discord? Is that's what was causing my problem earlier?
Let me check. Hold on, we're going to go back to tech issues. because I
We're
gotta.
professionals.
Just these high, like, roleplay moments, and the Discord's like, no.
Why would you want to do that? Let's see.
It seems you're enjoying excellent roleplay moments. Would you like technical difficulties?
Yes.
Voice and video, input volume, automatically determine input sensitivity. Do I want that? I don't even know.
How much of that bar is yellow and how much of it is green?
It's just on.
Oh.
So, what did you do?
In voice and video, under automatically determine input sensitivity, there's like a bar under it.
Yeah.
That, like when you speak, part of it fills, and wherever you put that little dial is like where the microphone turns on.
Okay.
Yeah. So it might be turned up too high for you.
How let's see. How's that? Is that...
We're apparently not muted.
No,
on screen.
sorry. That's my bad. I did think I knew that. I just sorry. Hold on, I'm muting. Hi, let's try this again. Okay, Cork said they feel funny. They said, we used to be able to feel so much, so in touch with everything around us, and now we just feel cold.
When did that start?
Kind of looks at Ven and says, recently.
Is it happening everywhere you go?
Yes, but it's worse here. But kind of is like, but I am made of this. I don't understand.
Can I Arcana check this?
Sure.
Okay. Claire is now caught between two friends.
But hey,
Fuck.
Claire has more than 2 friends.
Claire has more than 2 friends and rolled an 11 on her Arcana check.
Cork is an unknowable being of eldritch horror. And
we know this, yes.
Yes. What has Claire wrought? So on and so forth. Ven claims to be the spawn of an unknowable being of eldritch horror. He claims he's a Titan spawn of some kind. Anything you, Mira, might posit could be true. Like, with an 11, you don't have necessarily a very certain theory that you would move forward with. There's a lot of possibilities flowing through your head. They could be... It could be that... It could be as simple as jealousy, but...
Claire would not know a whole lot about that. Interesting. Huh. I don't know what to do about this. Clark, in this situation, it might help to focus on what you can be sure about. What you can see, feel, touch. If you focus on what you are sure about, it helps alleviate feelings about what you are not sure about and gives your mind time to figure those things out.
Kind of nods and says, I am sure of my place here with people I care about. Kind of nods.
You can start with, I care about you.
Well, I care about you.
Thank you. And if you would like, Claire, kind of pulls out, a big old bag kind of out of nowhere. And she was like, I have about 10 years worth of necromantic research notes about all of the certainties of death that we as a human population know. If you would like, you can focus on these certainties.
Well, okay. As I am now a living thing given corporeal form. Kind of very gingerly takes it and says, I will return it quickly. Opens it and goes, I don't know how to read.
Oh.
Oh. I guess we should teach you how to read. I'll add that to the to-do list. Depending on how long Grease sticks around, we might be focusing on that for a while. But also, I'm giving these to you because it is within the purview of every living thing to learn about death.
Van kind of cocks his head like, what?
You are an outlier and should not be counted.
Kind of says, he chimes in for the first time and says, yes, the death and the hereafter are an important part of mortality and humanity. Kind of squints and says, I'm sorry if I have caused you any sort of distress, Cork. That was not my intention, and I hope we can be friends. Kind of takes a rock and, freezes it. He makes two. He takes a rock and he kind of coats it in ice, very similar to the one that kind of the super dense, not really melting even though it's too hot ice, into a little pendant kind of shape. And he gives one to you, Claire, and one to Cork.
Thank you for this gift. I will treasure.
Microscope. Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit like the little headset that she wears.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
She also does a real sneaky detect magic on it just to see.
When I was at Harbor Freight the other day, and in their little hobby section, they had those little magnifying glasses you could clip on glasses, and I was just like, if these weren't $20, I would buy them. I don't need them for anything, which is why I don't want to spend $20 on them, but
you could use them for miniature painting.
I could. I did get a little helping hands thing that has two little clasps and a light and a magnifying glass on it. And I have jeweler's loops somewhere that I bought as a joke, but or not as a joke. I brought them as a D&D prop. Okay, back at the main camp, back in the Residuum Danger Glade. You all have led Hugo Greene there. What would you all like to do?
Well, here's the Iridescent Danger Glade. I wouldn't recommend going inside, but you're in charge. So.
I do.
He says, it is unfortunate what happened to Akani Redshirt, but
God, we named her that.
But accidents do happen, and unfortunately, when exploring an unknown and dangerous world, it's something to be expected and should not interfere with progress. Most importantly, and now that I'm here, I can see just truly how much of this resource we have, and how exciting it is to see it firsthand and be embraced by it. And with this wonderful new good, we can progress technology tenfold. New, better Warforged batteries that won't die. They can live so much longer. Think about the devices we can create to increase human and elven lifespans, and all the other species and peoples.
Actually, very noble of you to say. Thank you.
And of course, we'd
So,
sell it to them at a fair rate.
Issabel just this entire time has the best fake smile she can conjure of just like, I'm dealing with nobility and I hate it, and just thinking to herself, take a step forward, don't even think about it, just subconsciously take like 2 steps forward and stay there for 10 minutes.
As he's been saying this, yeah, Wynne's going to secretly druid craft a few like little vines out of the danger glade and have it wrap around his legs.
Okay, yeah.
Or like his feet.
Are you trying to like slowly drag him, or just
No, it's just like these
entangle
little
him?
tiny entangle him, and
Okay.
like the vines would be like appear out of the glade, so it would like sort of slowly like look like the danger glades like coming for him.
Okay. Yeah, he looks down and he says, huh, it comes to greet me. This is most exciting.
Yep.
He enters the danger glade.
would not advise going in there. Again, it did melt someone. Melted a few people, actually.
He says, I have read, thank you, Dr. Bell, but I have read all of the leading research on this, and I believe I can make my own decisions on the matter. And yet he starts looking around, he starts picking stuff up, he's just rooting. He's
If
all
you
up
stay
in
in there
here.
too long, I do feel the need to tell you, if you stay in there too long, you will be vaporized and turned into a vegetation.
Isabel's just counting in her head the seconds.
Claire wants his bones.
I want Claire to have his bones.
The seconds tick down and down. And
Please get out
he's
there.
been in there 10, 15 minutes.
You have to
And
leave,
he's-
but
No.
He's not exploded
He
yet.
has not exploded.
you need to go now. You will be dissolved.
Can I get perception or investigation checks from the 3 folks there?
Yeah, Clangley is very good investigation. 9 plus 7, so that's 15.
Okay.
Or 16, math.
That's a 6. I rolled a 1. Isabel is seething and can't focus.
You should be
When-
dead.
Wynne got an 18 for perception.
18, excellent. Issa is just, seething. Just, what the fuck is this? Clangley, you're like, with a 15, you're just like, something's obviously
16.
wrong. 16. Something's obviously wrong, and you're kind of trying to focus in, and you notice that, like, his like hair is kind of to the side, like it's like kind of slumped a little bit. And Wynne with an 18, you notice like around his eyes especially, his skin is like, it almost looks like it's starting to melt. And underneath you can see what looks like ceramic.
Oh, God damn it.
Wynne will just cry out, like, you're not real. You're not human.
Kind of like, of course I'm real. I am indeed more human than any of you.
How many Hugo Greens are there?
Just the me. I
Are
am
you sure about that?
Yeah, I feel great. And the important thing is that no one saw anything, because who's going to believe any of you?
A lot of people, actually. I'm very trustworthy.
Actually.
In fact,
Also, you'd have to walk back to camp like that, so a lot more people would believe us.
I told you you were gonna melt, my guy.
I'm not.
I don't have anything else to say to you. Exactly what I said would happen happened.
He says, I feel amazing, actually, and
Of course you do, because you're a construct in there.
he steps.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah,
It's just
No, there's not.
Of course not. But yeah. No one's thinking. Marty says my hair has always looked like this. I've always had ceramic under my eyes. He steps out of the glade and kind of tries to. He like pushes it back up and it kind of smushes back into place so you can't really see. And he readjusts his hair and his hat.
Wynne goes, oh no, you don't, and she casts Thorn Whip and pushes him back into the glade.
Okay, is that an attack roll or do I have to make a save?
Oh, it's an attack roll.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Oh, that's a solid 10.
Okay, yeah, that misses. He shockingly, like very adeptly, kind of bodies the Thorn Whip out of the way.
Oh, get back in the glade. You're going to melt. We're going to prove to everyone that you're... If you want to keep this a secret, you rehire Commander Crawford and you leave this planet.
He says, so we've entered negotiations. I will rehire Commander Crawford, but I am not leaving.
No. And Wynne will not have much. We'll use wild shape and turn herself into a lightning spider and web him to the floor.
Oh boy, how much time do we have left? Roll initiative.
As far as we know, Hugo Greene is human, and this is a construct as an imposter, so this is a false Hugo Greene and not the real one.
Exactly.
Do I roll initiative?
You're not anywhere near, sorry.
Okay, cool. Oh.
I said Issabel
I
wanted
actually
to do her
got an
boss,
18
now she's
this
gonna
time.
get to. Same?
You have higher decks.
Yeah.
Oh, the 6.
Really? D&D Beyond, it's never been easier. Hold on. This is my fault. This is...
What, you didn't expect me to attack my boss?
No. Why am I not? Why is it not? Why is the thing I want not coming up? I always expect everyone to attack their boss. Eat the rich. This is fine. Okay. He got a 19, so he gets to go first.
Fuck.
He is going to ask Wynne to make a wisdom saving throw.
Cute.
Is it bad that my instinct was like my aura? Because even though it's been
Oh,
over a
yeah,
year,
yeah.
my mind is still in TFU.
It's okay. I do it every time I have to roll perception.
That is a 19.
Oh, a 19 succeeds against modify memory.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck this man.
Then it is... so he quickly attempts to cast a spell. You can see under his arms, like under the skin of his arms, very briefly, you can see like runes light up through his skin.
No.
Issa and Clangley, you may decide who goes first.
Issa will go first because Clangley has a lower dex
Okay.
score, is how I usually go with it.
So what I want to do is hit him with Acid Splash, but I'm not necessarily trying to do damage. I
You're
want to melt the
Trying
fake
to melt
skin off
melt
him.
his Terminator skin. Yeah. You can do that.
Let me see. I think that is... Spell attack roll. Tell me what... No, that's a dex save.
Okay. There it is. I was trying to find a... And let's see. He's not terrible with that. 12.
He fails.
Okay.
Is 2d6 acid. Which is 6 points of acid damage.
Okay. But yeah, focusing mostly on his face melts off, revealing a warforged face that is not unreminiscent of Claire's. It's similar. It's not. It's clearly meant to. It's molded in such a way that it looks like it would be under Hugo Greene's face. So it's not the same proportions or anything like that. But it's a very similar construction. Clangley. Oh, unless you would like to do something else, Issa.
I think, unless I have useful bonus that making Paulette is an action. Yeah, making Paulette is an action, having Paulette do things is a bonus action, so I don't think I have anything else I can really do.
Okay. Sorry, then Clangley.
All right, where's Hugo Greene?
He's like 15, 20 feet from you. He is in
I'm
the danger
asking
glade.
him. I'm
Oh,
asking
where
him
is
where
he?
Hugo Greene is.
I'm sorry. He says, Hugo Greene is the man you were assaulting. Hugo Greene is right here.
Oh.
Like, I hate to say it, but he's got a point.
That he should take over the mission and kick out Commander Crawford?
No, like he's not. Clangley's not saying this, but like we did very. See, I'm trying to. Here's the thing. I'm trying to square what my character would do with what like the obvious. Like he's obviously a villain. But,
Oh, he's so evil. I mean, but
I'm trying to think of a justification on the fly because I didn't think we'd jump into combat with him this quickly. I was hoping to build up to it.
If you up to it. What have you been doing all episode?
That's true.
He's only said the worst things ever and fired the person you all like. He says, he kind of pulling off the discarded skin, but talking to you, Clangley, as you've kind of engaged him. He says, but I see now that perhaps it would be best if I left management to Commander Crawford, and no one else needs to engage in fisticuffs.
I think he's gonna look at the boss and look back at everyone else. Look back at the boss. And you think that something in Clangley's programming, because Clangley was created by Greene Corporation, is that correct?
Yes, ostensibly, yes.
Something seems to be causing Clangley to freeze up. And he does not attack. He is going to stand there, fists raised, not moving.
Okay. Wynne.
Yeah. I think when did I turn into a giant spider or?
Yes, I will say that you could have done that pre-combat. That would have been like the last thing you did. That he's kind of like, okay, yeah, no, we're doing this. I'm gonna.
So yeah, Wynne will, as a spider, just like web him up and just keep him planted there.
Okay, that's a dex save. Let me look up my giant spider stats. But I'm pretty sure that's a dex save. Oh no, it's an attack. So roll a d20.
Oh, okie doke.
Maybe I'm thinking of the spell.
Ooh.
Y'all are putting me in a bind. I don't know what to do.
I rolled a 7.
Okay, plus 5. Oh, did he cast? He did not. Okay. He gets whipped to a tree. And lightning kind of starts coursing all around him. It doesn't seem to bother him too much, but he's mostly stuck. And since it is 9:20, we will end the episode there with Hugo Greene stuck to a tree with half his face melted off. Well, half his skin face.
I don't...
You have 2 weeks to think about what you want to do. Oh no, we won't even be back. We have maybe a month to think about what to do. Oh crap! I didn't even think about that.
Anticipate.
Jay.
No, it's going to happen. They're going to do this in 2 weeks. It's going to be great. That's how we're going to start the episode off.
But outros and plugs, Dan.
I am Dan. You can catch me at LightningFast11 on Twitter, at least until Hugo Greene explodes it. Look, here's the thing. You ever have a situation where your character and the player want to do very different things, and there's not really a way to reconcile that, so you make up some contrived backstory bullshit in order to justify not doing anything?
What do you think I've been doing this whole time?
Fair enough. All right, next.
Liz.
I'm Liz. See, Mira, you're not the only person who could, make really crazy decisions.
Embrace
My influence is spreading.
Yes, embrace chaos.
Playing the same role in this party as I did in the last party. The exact same one.
You keep
Just
rolling
right-
lawful good characters. You're doing it to
Stop
yourself.
rolling lawful good characters.
I-
Be
I'm
neutral
gonna
good,
play
like me.
the most rakish, out there pseudo criminal next time. You guys will all see. I will be the one causing fucking
As a character ethos just adopt, I will cause problems on purpose.
Be a goose, Cocker. Really embrace it.
Yeah. I mean, it creates conflict, which makes my job easy. So it's just okay. I'm just gonna pull at that. Speaking of creating conflict, Mira.
Oh god, I
Okay.
should have seen that one coming. Oh man. Yeah,
I
do you-
know. Look, I know technically that in Texas executions are legal, but you can't do it like that on stream. That's just not fair.
Oh my gosh. Do you ever come up with a character idea 2 years ago? And it's like that meme that's like me reaping, like, oh, fuck, yes, it's going to be awesome. And then me sowing, oh, God, oh, fuck, no, oh, no. That has been me the past half hour of this episode. I fully know what's happening because there are things about Claire that have not been revealed on stream that I have revealed to Andy, and I hate every thing about it. Even though I did this was 100% on me. So I guess I have all of December to panic about it.
Yeah,
go to your local library. Don't do what I did. Unless you like character conflict and cool roleplay opportunities.
Jay?
I didn't expect to shoot at my boss this early, but, you know, I knew it was going to happen. Yeah, I'm just going to say support your local library.
Perfect. Hi, everybody. How are you? Support your local library. They're important and cool, and you're paying for them already. As implied, Gracefall will probably be off for a bit because some people can't make next episode. So we'll probably have something there. I haven't decided yet. And then it's the holidays, so that's always hard. We'll probably be back towards the end of December or January to see what happens. Good job, everybody. Great game. Play D&D with your friends. Have a safe and wonderful holiday season. Reap what you sow. Fuck around and find out. Have a good night, everybody.